Hi, guys. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Welcome. Excited to jump into some Etsy Q&A. Can't wait to get into it with you. Some of you have sent over questions on Instagram. We also have some cool things coming up in the community we can talk about. But if anyone wants me to look at their shop, I will be unfiltered. I will give it to you straight. Happy to look at it and identify what's going wrong. We actually are doing putting together a workshop for you. For anyone who's interested in going full-time on Etsy before the end of the year. This is actually kind of interesting because this is the month, August is the month that I got my very first sale on Etsy. And it was 9 years ago now in August. I got my very first sale. And it took 2 months of having a shop open to get that first sale. But then within 2 months of that, we were making over $10,000 a month. So by the end of the year, when it was December, I had been working really hard to get another job offer. We had moved to San Diego. I was a military spouse. I was really discouraged about the job market in e-commerce at that time. And I ended up really looking at the situation of, okay, Etsy's now making over $10,000 a month. I can say no. I can turn down this. It was a $110,000 job offer, which for me at the time was great. And that was a big decision to go full-time on Etsy. So I said, my goal now, I'm turning down this job offer for 110K. And my goal is to make at least that with my shop. And it did. We cleared 140. So that was my story about going full-time on Etsy. So if you are in a situation right now where you're like, I would love to go full-time on Etsy by the end of the year, and I just don't know the steps, really what it takes is reverse engineering your goals. So I have a training that's coming up next week. Let me share this. So this is next week. This is, here, how do I make this bigger? Well, here we go. This is, how do we make that bigger? There we go. How to go full-time on Etsy by the end of the year. I'm going to put the link here so you can save your spot. It's totally free training. We're going to talk about really the 4 steps that we're going to go through. So what you do is you click on the link, you click save my spot, and then you can choose the day, Monday or Tuesday, your time zone. You can type in your time zone. What would we put here? These don't seem like normal time zones. USD? No. US? Okay, we will fix that. Here, convert to other time zone. There we go. There we go. These are more normal. Pick the time zone, pick the day, and then you can register. So that is what we have coming up on Monday and Tuesday next week. We've been trying to really put together some really clear trainings for you guys on different topics that are requested. So we've been perfecting this presentation on how to go full-time on Etsy for, over a long time. I'll just say a long time. And it'll be really concise and clear. So 4 steps. And these are the same steps that we use with anyone we work with who's trying to go full-time. So it'll be really clear. Okay, we have some good questions coming up. I put the link in the chat for this, by the way, if you want to be on this. Also, you guys, I almost forgot, but for coming, you are going to get access to, a few things. Ooh, yikes. The team needs to fix this. Oh my goodness. I will send this to the marketing team now. Need to fix this layout. We'll have Q&A. We have a workbook. It's actually a workbook that's all about getting your shop ramped up. So it's a workbook for you that we'll give you on the call, and then we'll do some giveaways of shop audits. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at some of your shops. Let me take a look here. Okay, I see some in the chat, and there are some questions I think that came over from Instagram as well. I'll check Instagram. Okay. The Instagram Q&A looks like it was not put up. Hang on. Okay. So let's take a look at this. All right, so we have mostly digital. Some stickers. Are we doing, no, this is digital too. All right. Art and branch. So I'm curious who your customer is and what you want to be known for. Are you looking just to stay in the digital space? Are you really wanting to serve people for events and occasions? I do see like 15th birthday, baby brewing, baby shower, maybe birthday. So it seems like your events. But then we have kitchen prayer wall art. Okay, so I would say right now we're testing a lot. We're testing a lot. You have 3 sales. A good goal, especially with digital in your first month, is 100 sales a month as you're starting out. So we'd want to get this ramped up a little bit. I would be really leaning into our different product categories. So the 7 types of products framework. Now with that, it doesn't mean you have to get into print on demand or physical products. You could stick with all digital for this. It looks like, yeah, you are all digital. I would say my concern at this point is, number one, do you feel like you're targeting a profitable customer? Curious if you feel you are. Do you feel like you're getting in front of them? And do you feel like these designs are competitive in search results? Those are a couple of questions here. So my concern is it's a design concern, it's a profitable customer concern, it's a value proposition concern, that combination of your photo and your price point. So those are all concerns. And a good thing to do is, here's butterfly shower invitation, or let's look up this one, coffee baby shower invitation. Coffee baby shower invite. Let's take a look. So this is who you are competing with. Do we think we are competitive? And right now, based on the designs I'm seeing, I don't think we are quite competitive yet. Spacing, font combinations. So I'm just a little worried about design, I would say. We have to remember everyone is looking at it usually on mobile, like 70% on mobile, from what we've been seeing. So we want to make sure it's really easy to see on mobile and to understand what it says, especially fonts like this. Okay. Okay. Oh, we have an interesting question. Emily, when do we know it's time to move your business out of the home? We're at 15K a month and it's getting tough to have employees in my house daily. Okay, love this question. There's some options you would have, I would say, Emily. So for me, I think it depends on your home structure. Is it like a 2-story? Do you have like a basement? Do people work out of the garage, or are they like in your living room? It's going to be a lot more sustainable if they have a separate entrance, almost like a mother-in-law suite, or they're only working in the garage and they don't ever come into other parts of the home where you're living. Now, if they are in other parts of your home, then you could make some changes. One idea for you would be what time of day are you home? When are they working? Uh, Making things different in that way where they're working when the kids aren't home, or they're working when you guys are out on the weekends. Playing with the shifts in a little bit of a different way. I would also say there's some strategic plays you could play here as well with real estate. So one idea for you, we actually just got back on Sunday from the Limitless conference. Does anyone know Limitless? Let me show you. Limitless Expo. It's you might have heard of it. It's the Financial Freedom Expo. So some of you know, yeah, these were some of the key players. So some of you know that my husband and I do real estate with our Etsy cash flow. And there's some great plays you can make if you are using real estate for business. I actually went to a mastermind with 2 weeks ago with Jenna Kutcher, Amy Porterfield, Stacy Tuschel, Bonnie Christine, Jasmine Starr, and and actually it was hosted at Stacy's building. And Stacy has a great business, and she actually leased a building. But when you have real estate, and when you invest in real estate for your business, there's so many benefits. Especially now, there's 100% bonus depreciation that is now back. So that's a huge plus. So my idea for you, if I was in your shoes, I was making $15K a month, I would probably go the multifamily route. I would buy a duplex. I would rent out half of it, and then I would use the other half for my business. And with that, you get flexibility where if at some point you needed both sides for the business, that's fine. I would have it be within 10 minutes of my house, so it's really convenient, easy to run home if I want to, easy to get there quickly if you need to, very convenient. Convenience is everything, but I would go duplex or triplex, but duplex might be more affordable at this time, and I would use half of it for the business. And you can actually, another thing you can do, I hope you're doing this, but you can actually like rent your home to your business for, I believe it's 10 days per year. So ask your CPA about that too. If you're not taking advantage of that, you should. Okay. Anyways, I'm not a CPA, disclaimer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a CPA. I can't advise you personally on your taxes, but I'm telling you what we do. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Let's see. We have some other questions in the chat. Here's one. Yash, feedback on my Etsy shop. The Mesmera Jewels. You guys, a little side note, we move tomorrow. My husband and one son moved, and then me and my other son are moving tomorrow across the country again. We just got here where we are now from California. We moved here to Minnesota like 5 weeks ago, and now we are moving again. Okay. So we're going to take a look at this shop. 2 years on Etsy and 8 sales. That's a huge red flag. There's so many red flags here that would make someone feel concerned. We need some photos for sure. How are you making this? People want to know, especially at this price point, are you just drop shipping it from AliExpress? Is there anything, artisan about that? That's like the red flag. People are assuming this is drop shipped. I'll tell you straight up. They're thinking you're drop shipping it. Yeah. The red flag, I mean, it's the photos, that combo of the price point and the product. And these things, they're all so different. That's another red flag that people think it's drop shipped. These are all so different that would require different equipment, many different types of materials. So for example, making something like that ring, it's going to be a lot different than, things like this versus the letters. Like, are you actually stocking all of that, or is it just drop shipped? And if you look up on, let's do this. Name, necklace, rhinestone, letter. Like that. People are thinking that's the exact same thing. So that's a problem. Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of problems in the shop. SEO is a huge problem too, but I think the biggest thing is the shop is repelling customers and making them nervous. Okay. Cool. Let's take a look at some other questions. Sorry, I didn't realize how many questions were coming in. If you've been a handmade seller for 2 years and you're not getting a sale, what do you do? Well, we need to look at number one, if you're not getting sales, these are the steps you go through. Number one, are the listings optimized? Because if the listings aren't optimized, you didn't even have a chance. Okay. It's not fair to say that your customer didn't like the product because they never saw it. So big thing here is the listing optimized? How do I know if it's optimized? Are you getting 20 visits per listing per day? So if you look at a listing, did it get 20 visits on average per day over the last month? If not, I would say it's probably not optimized. So we haven't even given that listing a chance. So that's the first thing. Is it optimized? Second of all, if it is optimized, you had been getting the traffic and you simply were not converting the traffic, then we look at the listing itself. Is there friction in the purchasing process? Is there a reason the person cannot buy? Is there a reason that they'd have to ask a question before they transact with you? Okay, that usually it's yes. And then the third thing is if you're like, no, there's like no friction in this purchasing process, it's seamless, it's easy to understand. A mom could do it in the middle of the night when she gets up with her baby on her phone, half asleep. That's my like threshold. Then we look at product market fit. And that would indicate that, hey, we got it in front of people. It was easy for them to buy, but they didn't want it. And that's the whole like, oh, my baby's not cute, like situation where we thought it was a good product. We thought our customer would like it, but there's not alignment with what the product is and who we're trying to sell to. And in those situations, honestly, you can't really pay people to even take it. So it's like we're barking up the wrong tree. And we have to relook at the product mix. All right, Cindy, cool. Cindy asked, can you please give advice regarding greeting cards? It's very saturated market, but I really like illustrating them. Do you think it can still be a profitable market? Yes, Cindy. My biggest piece of advice here is to not be vanilla. What do I mean by that? Okay, we do not want to go down the path of greeting cards that you could find like at Hobby Lobby. You know what I mean? If let's say like Dollar Tree, right? Dollar Tree has greeting cards. Thank you. Happy birthday. Like we need some spice. So ChatGPT will be your best friend when it comes to unique copy. But what's going to sell these cards, it's not going to be the quality of the paper, unless you're like hand making the paper, right? Or doing like recycled paper. It's not going to be the quality of the paper. It is going to be what is on the card. And most likely a pretty card isn't enough because it's really hard to sell a pretty card on Etsy when they could just get a pretty card in the checkout at Trader Joe's. You know what I mean? So what's going to sell it on Etsy, it's usually what I've found is the personalization or the text on it. So the copy is incredibly important. And that's where I say get spicy with it, get something unique, use ChatGPT to come up with unique ideas. Okay, hope that was helpful. And this is the thing, when people see something that's saturated, like this morning I spoke on Print on Demand Unlocked. It's a summit. It's like a conference, virtual conference, you could say, for print on demand sellers. And I was on one of the panels, and we actually did a presentation that went live today all about, it was all about trends for print on demand. And I would say one of the biggest problems is thinking that something is saturated when it's really just saturated with bad designs or bad listings. And I recommend thinking about this like white noise. If you're looking at, it says like thousands of search results or thousands of listings in search results, I could never compete. If you really take a look, there's not that many optimized listings or really quality designs. So don't be discouraged. There's always room to compete. Emily said it's in my basement. They have to come through the house. Yeah, Emily, I would have them coming at different hours if possible, days that you're out and about doing errands. This was the person who was, how do we show her comment? This was the person who was having employees at the house. I would definitely do the real estate play on that, Emily. Okay. Let's see here. Yes, he says, love your live feedback and raw thoughts when reviewing these stores. Yeah. Easy Life Solutions. Yeah, this is actually live. We are live. I'm going to pull up this shop, Comfy Wear. I feel like I've seen this or this has been submitted before. What's the situation? And I love walking into shops where we don't know what the situation will be. All right. Need to really, I've seen this one. This one was submitted. Okay. What is this Demon Hunter thing? Demon Hunters? Okay. If this Demon Hunter situation is trademarked, really got to get that out of the shop as quickly as possible. Team Belly. I hate Connie Baby. I am out of the loop with this one. Benson Boone. I don't know any of these people. Okay. So my thoughts on some of this is trademarks. Are we violating trademarks? 2, I'm very concerned about some of these mock-ups. Like hopefully you guys can see this. Yeah, all of these mock-ups, I would not be recommending using anything with white shiplap that's distressed. We're kind of getting 2018. What do they say now? The kids say it's giving whatever. It's giving 2018, or I don't know what they say. I think I've heard them say that on social media, but it's giving 2018 with those mock-ups. Now I like this one, but if it is AI, you'll want to change that because we can't use AI in your thumbnail. Now we need to change these mock-ups. This one looks AI. This one is okay. I like this design here. I think you would be talented at doing back prints. Now, when it comes to these designs, you see how we have all the pastels? One thing that we need to do that I'm not sure if we're doing is designing with the background in mind. So this means when I'm creating a design, when I'm choosing the colors for that design element, like second grade, I want to think about what color t-shirt am I putting that on? What does the mock-up look like? Because if you are creating the design and then thinking, okay, what color should I put this on after you've created the design, you're going to end up with like a clashing situation here, which I do feel like has happened a bit here. I wouldn't recommend. It's not quite complementary. Okay, so design the product with the background in mind. Okay. Here's another question. What can you recommend? Digital products or print on demand? Both. Definitely both. Why? Yeah, I would ask why not both? Okay. Cheyenne, feedback on your shop. Let's take a look. Curtainshouse. Well, we want to change the shop name. And that's the thing. A lot of people we talk to, have been in programs before, and I see a lot of people jumping on now. So I'm going to give you guys the link to our training. But a lot of people have taken courses before. Most people who we work with have done a course. Here's the link. I'll put this in the chat, how to go full-time on Etsy by the end of the year. I'll put this in the chat so you can grab the link and attend. It's a free class that I'm doing on how to get your shop to full-time income. But a lot of people who we work with have done a course before. I would say 95% of people have already invested in some kind of a course or training, or reached out to people on YouTube to try to get a little bits of advice. And the thing is, when sometimes I'll hear like someone like let's say it's you took a course and you'll come in and you'll say, yeah, like the person said it's looking really good, just to keep going. And the thing is, like, if there is clear low-hanging fruit that needs to be fixed here, I've got to tell you, and I will tell you, because telling you, just keep going, you've got this, it's looking good, that is misleading. If I know that what you're doing, if you just keep doing it, it's not going to work. So part of my approach is being very honest. So for example, you can see here, like this banner's gotta go. It's gotta go. Curtainshouse, I honestly don't even think I would keep the name. Definitely not the logo. Definitely not, I don't know what's going on here. This looks like a different brand compared to this. We never want to put that up here in the most valuable real estate. This is your most valuable visual real estate. It's like the entryway of your house. We don't want the entryway of the house to feel like this, right? We want to put our best foot forward, show our best selling products. Okay, we also don't want to be doing our logo all over everything. And I know you're probably trying to do a watermark here, but putting a logo on something with an emoji as part of the watermark, we don't want to do that. Especially since this doesn't look like a logo. It looks just like, Anton text from Canva. So we don't want to do that. It looks like you've done that on every listing. Okay. So if something doesn't increase the value proposition, right? If it doesn't make you look more competitive, then it's hurting your listing. I just filmed a video about the right way to do text on thumbnails, and this is not what we'd want to do. This doesn't help someone decide they want to buy it. Seeing Curtainshouse and the little house emoji, that's not going to make someone think, yes, I want to click into this one. It's actually more repelling to them. So I would not do that. Your price points are also very high, and I understand these are time intensive. However, I would love to see that type of price point as an upsell price point. Okay, some of these are better, under 50 with free shipping is better, but where you have some like 134, I would love to see that as more of an upsell price point. Okay. Interesting. We're also highly or I should say heavily competing with ourselves. So we're heavily competing with ourselves. Your SEO has a ton of overlapping long tail keywords. And what I mean by that is not overlapping within one set of SEO. I mean, you're repeating yourself across the whole shop. And we also want to make sure we're having really high contrast. Right now, your product is blending right into the background. Okay. So there's a lot more we could get into: pricing strategy, SEO strategy. There's 18 types of high converting listing photos that will help your conversion rate. Because right now, people can't buy this without asking you a question. And that is the ultimate friction. We also want to know, like, the person buying this, they're not going to put it on a shiny black rod. Okay, they're not going to put it on a shiny black rod at all. Okay, so this customer who would buy this macrame, they would never put it on that rod. Okay, awesome. Okay, Jason, you sent an email via the course. Our email here, if you ever need our email, it's team@jahraus.com. If you're in the program and if you reply to like a circle email, that's like a no reply email. So our email is team@jahraus.com if you ever need to email, or if anyone's curious, you can always email that. Okay, Penny asked, how can I scale an accessories and stationery shop doing fan-made K-pop merch? So my question for you is, are you being safe as far as trademarks? Are you being safe as far as trademarks, or are we in trouble with trademarks? Yeah, curious what your shop looks like. How can you scale it? If you are doing fan-made K-pop merch, I would say this is more of a trendy play. So when you're selling things that are trendy, you still want to focus on the lifetime value of the customer, not just acquiring customers and getting new transactions when you drop a trend, but keeping those people who buy from you coming back over and over and over. One of my favorite things to do with that, to leverage that, is the drop model. And the drop model, let me show you. Oops, I just had a coaching call with him, so sent him the coaching call recording. But the drop model is right here. Even if you're doing print on demand or digital, or what could we say? Here, let me. Let's see here. Lessons. Drop model. There we go. How to implement the drop model to sell out fast. Now, you might be doing digital or print on demand where selling out is not going to happen. However, the drop model creates that urgency every week. So I think, Penny, our drop model strategy would be great for you, especially with kind of trendy items. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. These questions are coming in quickly. Yep. Jason, we did, by the way, Jason, we did reply to you. Yep, we did reply to you. We have someone on our team who's watching this right now, and they did reply to you. So maybe check your spam. Check your spam. Okay. When do we come live next time? So we come live every week. These are typically on Wednesdays and Fridays. And if you ever need like personalized guidance about your shop, where it's really not just the what, but the how, we have, I have coaching calls every week, twice a week. So this is where the coaching calls are found, and it's under our events. Now it's interesting. So we have two types of coaching. Some people have asked, what is the coaching like? Is it like you get on Zoom with someone privately? We do offer that as an option, but most people, what they do is our 5 calls a week and our private message coaching. Now, I'll show you what that looks like so you get an idea, but this is where we have calls. So I have one on Wednesday and I have one on Thursday. There's a call. What is today? Today is Wednesday. Oh, there's another call Wednesday. Oh, yes, I have a call today and a call tomorrow. So I have 2 calls every week, and you can scroll through. We have time management classes. Here's another strategy call with me on Friday. So all these calls are coaching calls where you can come on and ask your questions. And if you want to know, okay, what does that look like? Because I do think it's important to have a really clear idea of what a coaching call looks like. It's like office hours, so you can come on and ask your questions, but you don't have to stay the whole time. They are all recorded. So this was mine from looks like 3 days, posted 3 days ago. And this is where we actually pull things up. Like this is a coaching call. I'm talking to the person who asked the questions, and I'm going through what to fix about these listings. So that's what a coaching call is like. You can also just submit your questions like this and then catch the recording after, so you never have to be there. So that's 5 times a week. And then I think the favorite part is the private message coaching. Now I want to be really clear what that is like because we've had questions before. Here's an example. I had a one-on-one call with him. Here's this person. He also had a one-on-one call yesterday. So this is what it looks like. So you can ask your questions, and then we go in and you have 2 or 3 coaches plus me assigned to your shop. So it is all private. It's from one coach to you. Now there are 2 or 3 coaches who are coaching you, but sometimes people, we do give people days off. We do give people days off. So that's where you have 2 or 3 coaches. And then this private message coaching is typically through these Loom videos. So this is what is called a Loom video. It's a screen recording of this person's shop, and we're talking through, you can see the captions. You can turn the sound on, but we're talking through the changes to make. So there's no confusion about what to do next. So that is what the coaching looks like. It is from one coach to you directly. But there are 2 or 3 coaches who do that one-on-one coaching with you. So we it is truly like just them to just you. I'm in there, so I'm advising on everything as well. And we have coaching training meetings where we collaborate on your shops, and we have a thread for each person too, where we collaborate with the other coach or 2 coaches about the strategies that we're going to recommend for you. So that's how the coaching works. I do have a call. Someone asked when my lives are. So my lives on YouTube I go live on Wednesday and Friday typically. But my actual coaching calls where I do coaching and not just like calling out red flags about shops, the coaching calls are in here. And if you're like, well, that seems interesting, but what does that actually look like? Happy to give you a link where you can book a call with us. This is what it looks like. You click on the day, you pick a time in your time zone. We have, looks like three or 4 spots today left. And you click next and you put in your name, email, you understand, you'll attend, and then your revenue goal. And we can text you to remind you. So this is a great way. It's a free call. It's a great way to learn if coaching is the right thing for you, if getting guidance would be more helpful than doing what you're currently doing. Yeah. If Excel templates are not profitable, I have someone who does spreadsheets, and she did over $117,000 in a month, just in January. And I think she's done over 50 grand a month, every month since then. Yeah, so it all depends on spreadsheets. Are they profitable? Yes. However, it depends on what is your value proposition. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. So if you want to learn more about how we can help, your call would be with myself or my team. We basically go through your shop. if you have one. If you don't have a shop, totally fine. Then we don't, look at a shop beforehand, but we do talk to you about your goals for Etsy, what you think you might want to sell. If you have no idea what to sell, that's totally fine. We provide people with ideas from the beginning all the time. Probably 15% of people come in, they have no idea what to sell. So yes. And if we have someone who just joined, how do I see my assigned coaches? So what you do, let me see here. So what you do here is in the program, when you log in, you will see that you are part of a group. And let's say you're in the purple group, you can meet your coaches. So these are coaching intro videos where you can meet your coaches. Okay. Awesome. And then also within the first 24 hours, when you join us, you actually have a message from us and it says, "Welcome to coaching." We'll try to show you what one looks like. Well, I can't find a new person, but it'll say, "Welcome to coaching. This initiates your coaching." And we start with a shop review if you have one. If not, we make you a welcome video and we show you what to focus on first. Can we do Loom style private coaching for the Kickstart? No, the Kickstart is not for, it doesn't include coaching with it. But if you do upgrade to our full program, it's called the Ultimate Etsy Course and Coaching. That's where you get the coaching. You joined the 3-week program. What is the difference? Totally, yeah, great question. So the difference between our Kickstarter and the full program is right here. So under services, we have our Ultimate Etsy Course and Coaching, and then we have our 3-week Kickstart. This is really for beginners who are just getting started. Maybe they're not very committed to Etsy yet. You're not sure if you want to do it, and you just kind of need to dip your toe in the water. This is perfect for people who are just getting started, not sure if you want to do Etsy. So if we talk to you and you're like, "I don't know if I want to do Etsy," we would recommend this for you because it's a great way to get started. And then if you are like, "Yes, I know 100% I want to do Etsy. I'm looking to make, at least $5,000 a month minimum. And I would like some personalized guidance. I want someone to look at my shop," then the coaching program is for you. And this includes, this is updated every week. There's another 20 hours of strategy added to this per week, where that's not the case with the Kickstart. So that's just something to keep in mind. And I want to also drop in just one more time for you guys. If you're like, "Yeah, the full-time thing, I would love to do it if I had a plan for that," this is the link. You can click on this link and I'll be taking you through the plan to go full-time on Etsy. It's 4 steps. We're doing this with all of our Ultimate Etsy course and coaching clients, but it's 4 steps. It's totally free and you can save your spot. Yeah, so this one is going to be really good. It's Monday and Tuesday of next week. And if you can't make it, save your spot because, hey, maybe your schedule will open up, or we usually will send out a replay just in case. However, if you join live, we're going to be dropping in the chat all these resources, like a full book for you, a workbook, guides, printouts, things that you can use in your shop. So it is definitely worth it to show up live. And then, yeah, so that's the main difference. The actual full program, if you are in the Kickstart, our 3-week program, you wouldn't have any of this. So this includes onboarding, our full course, which is our brand new course, our topic library, which is it's 300 and something hours. How many hours? Let's guess. 360? Oh no, 332. Okay, 332 hours I was thinking of the thing in total. So of deep dives into any topic, full tutorials, we add 4 hours per week to this. And then all of our updated resources. So we're constantly adding in resources like a product design checklist, health insurance recommendations, because a lot of you are going full time. And then our level up calls, these are once a week for the year. So we have time management, mindset, we do accountability. I do money management with my husband. We teach that. And then all of the coaching call recordings are included. That's about 15 to 20 hours a week of recorded coaching calls that we put in here for the full year. So you get access to all those. And then trend forecasting as well. So we do trend forecasting here too. So that's the difference. And then you have 5 coaching calls a week available to you, private message coaching every day. So that's the difference between this and then our Kickstarter. The Kickstarter is right here. And this is really where it's about getting started on Etsy for people who usually I find that they're not sure yet if they want to fully commit. And what the cost for our coaching course, we can actually create a custom package for you. So it's not like option A or B. We have probably created over 400 combinations of specific plans for people, depending on what they need. Oh my gosh. Vanessa says here in the chat, I just joined Kickstart and it's worth it. A lot I didn't know I had to think about. When I'm financially able, definitely doing the coaching. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Yeah, the price of the Kickstart, if you click on that here, you can just scroll down and it's $12.97, 3 payments of $4.35, or you could do $62 a month on a payment plan. Yeah, so this is really for beginners, or if you're like, I don't know if I want to do Etsy, or I'm not yet like committed in my mind yet. I'm just kind of testing it out. This is perfect for you because I mean, there's no way you would just test it out unless you wanted to make at least $1,200. Otherwise, it would not be worth any of your time. Yes. Who is the coach to learn how to make high quality listings and photos? That is our team. Yeah, that is our team. We coach you on that. You can see our team here. So if you're curious, like, okay, who is the team? This is our team, our coaching team. There's some people who aren't on here yet, but there's 17 of us on our coaching team. Awesome, guys. Okay, cool. Well, I hope to see you live at the free class I'm doing, this workshop, how to go full-time on Etsy. If you are even wondering, like, is this possible for me? Could I go full-time? I will be giving you the exact process for really how I did it and how we are teaching thousands of people to do this. So we have people quitting their jobs. This is my favorite part. Literally every week. Someone is quitting their job with this program. So we'll take you through like really the framework, 4 steps, pretty simple, definitely feasible to be implementing in your shop. These are actionable steps. They are not philosophies. I like to be very tactical about specific things to be doing. So definitely save your spot. And then if you show up live, you're going to get the workbook. You're going to get a bunch of freebies that we're dropping in the chat throughout it. We'll be giving away shop audits. And yeah, it'll be really, really fun. So I'll see you guys Monday or Tuesday. Yes. Okay, perfect. Awesome. And if you have any questions, Jason or CA Buzz Z, you can email team@dylanjahraus.com. That is how you can communicate with our client success team. Yeah, the free call is to discuss the plans and the course by Zoom. We do speak with everyone who enrolls because we want to make sure that this is that you want to do Etsy. I've had people before sign up where they're like, I don't know if I want to do Etsy, and it's just not the right fit for them. So we wouldn't want them to join. Then the Kickstart is for you. If you're like, I don't know if I want to do Etsy, do the Kickstart. The full course and coaching is only for current Etsy shop owners. No, probably about 1 in 8 don't have a shop and they have no idea what to sell. Yeah, they have no idea what to sell. Okay, awesome. And if you have specific questions, easy life solution, if you have any specific questions, feel free to put that in coaching or send it via email. I saw a bunch of questions coming through. There's probably 100 that we didn't get to. So if you have any specific questions, just go ahead and send them to our email. All right, everyone. I hope this was helpful going through the shops, and I hope to see you at the free training on Monday or Tuesday. All right, thanks, guys.